Here it is, the best-selling toy of all time and the most frustrating puzzle in the world, the Rubik's Cube. One of the most common reasons that the Rubik's Cube is so frustrating is that people go about solving it the wrong way. They start by solving a side. When you solve a side, you haven't solved anything at all, because you don't move stickers, you move whole cubies. This, for example, the blue sticker needs to be over here. You can't do that because it's attached to the same cubie as everything else. So if you put the blue sticker over here, the yellow one will be over here and it won't be on this side anymore. The solution is to take this whole thing and put it here. The best way to understand how to think about the cube is to take it apart. That's the core of a cube. You can see the centers of each side sticking off of it. The centers of a cube never move. They turn, but they stay in their place, always. Nothing I can do will ever change where they are. On a standard cube, white is always across from yellow, green is always across from blue, and orange is always across from red. Knowing that, you can use the centers to orient everything you do while you're solving the cube. So the first thing I recommend doing is pick any piece on the cube, any single cubie, and just play around with it. When you play around with it, you start to get an understanding of how different ways of turning it can change it. Like, if I turn this, then that, and then that again, then I can switch blue and orange into their opposite places. Again, you just play around with that a little bit and you'll get a better feel for how that works. Now, before we can get to the fun part, we gotta learn the language of Rubik's Cube solving, the notation. First, the Rubik's Cube has 6 sides. F for front, B for back, R for right, L for left, U for up, and D for down. Cube moves called algorithms are written kind of like this. When you see a letter capitalized, it means turn that side clockwise. So R, L, U, D, F, B. Notice B here looks like I'm turning it counterclockwise, but that's because we're facing it from the front. If we face it from this side, that's why it's still clockwise, right? So R looks like it's going up when you do this, while L looks like it's going down, because when you face it, that turns the side that's on the F upward, and that turns the side that's on the F downward. So right, left, both clockwise. When you see a prime symbol after a letter, it means turn this counterclockwise. So R, R prime, R, R prime, L, L prime, U, U prime. When you see a 2 after a letter, it means turn it twice, U2. Now, turning a side twice in one direction is the same as turning it in the other direction, so it doesn't matter which way you turn it. U2, U2, doesn't matter. There's also M, which is the middle layer. M, M prime, M, M prime. If you see a letter in lowercase, it means include the middle layer with your turn. So little r prime, little u prime. Then there are 3 letters that signify cube rotation. X, X prime, Y, Y prime, Z, Z prime. Those aren't used very much. now you're ready. Meet me in the next video and we'll start actually solving this.